The big Gabba crowd star attraction sat out this match, but Mark Taylor dismissed rumours that Shane Warne has a serious shoulder injury.
Read some reports this morning he's taking painkillers, and that's a long way from the truth.
The A-team struck a double blow when both Michael Slater and Taylor got out to B-grade shots, but Mark Waugh topped the class, smashing 15 off one pull rifle over.
That's short as well, and that's well played.
Australia scored 130 runs off the first 25 overs. Waugh effortless as he cruised towards a century, but on 93 the heat and Merv Hughes got the better of him.
Charged him, man down there, could be ours, coming in. He's got him, good catch.
Steve Waugh suffered the same sort of fate as his brother, 4 for 213. David Boone showed the twins how it should be done.
It's going all the way, that's a big hit for 6, way back.
Matt Hayden caught fellow Queenslander Stuart Law, but Hughes and Craig McDermott took any state of origin sting out of the clash. Australia finishing at 5 for 252, Boone unbeaten on 86. Greg Blewett and Hayden produced an opening partnership of 104, Blewett upstaging the hometown hero.
Oh, he's hit that one. That's a lovely shot. And over the top.
Blewett's debut ended on 63. Hayden scored a half-century before Law's slower ball proved too quick. Michael Bevan needed a hit out, but found the one fielder who can't miss.
Smart boy, he's got it. What a cricketer! What a cricketer!
The umpire asked for another look at Ricky Ponting's run, but the Tasmanian only saw red. No replays needed for Justin Langer. Hughes heard the same death rattle and all life went out of the A-team's chase when Martin holed out to who else but man of the match, Mark Waugh. Andrew McKinlay, National 9 News. A toss that took an eternity finally came up trumps for Damien Martin, and opener Greg Blewett gave the A-team a lightning start.
Oh, good start. Magnificent start for Australia A.
Blewett had the senior side's outfielders at full stretch, belting 4 boundaries as the first 2 overs yielded 21 runs, but he failed to come of age against Craig McDermott.
That was a quicker one, and McDermott didn't half enjoy that.
Good bowling reduced runs to a trickle, and a rare boundary soured relations between Glenn McGrath and Matthew Hayden.
Really, it was just, I think, Matthew Hayden running past and running fairly close to the bowler. May have felt that the bowler stuck his elbow out on purpose.
A Warne Taylor think tank outthought Damien Martin. Australia A 2 for 69.
Tried to work him down the ground once too often.
7 boundaries capped off Hayden's hard-earned half-century, but another search for the fence only found Michael Slater. Justin Langer had a life when caught behind off a no ball before McDermott inflicted the death rattle.
And that's going to set them back.
4 for 136. Michael Bevan maintained his century-making form with a flying 50.
Good 50 for Michael Bevan.
Bevan and Ponting produced a half-century stand before McGrath dissolved the partnership. Bevan's brilliant 73 ending in similar fashion. A low throw from Taylor caught Phil Emery short of his ground before the skipper went high to snare Robertson. Australia requiring 210 for victory. Andrew McKinlay, National. Australia and Australia A flew out for Melbourne on the same flight, but couldn't escape the turbulence created by the clash between Glenn McGrath and Matt Hayden.
I hope the game wasn't undermined by a one-ball incident.
During the A-team's innings, Hayden hit McGrath to the boundary. Then things got a little heated between batsman and bowler.
Really, it was just, I think, Matthew Hayden running past and running fairly close to the bowler. May have felt that the bowler stuck his elbow out on purpose.
Neither player was fined, but match referee John Reid charged both with conduct unbecoming.
Little things happen like that, but, you know, as soon as it was over, it was forgotten, that was it.
We've toured twice together, so, and we are good mates, so there's no problems.
So a couple of quiet beers and it was all forgotten.
That's right.
Michael Slater's performance in the first All-Australian final got the thumbs up. Set 210 for victory, the opener smashed 9 boundaries, sparking the senior side's chase.
Oh, lovely shot.
But on 92, Greg Blewett snuffed out any hopes of a Slater century. David Boone departed next over, and when Stuart Law was lured out of his crease, Australia slumped to 5 for 190. Greg Rowell bowled a desperate last over before Ian Healy scored the winning runs off the final delivery.
And that's a great victory for the Australian side, but what a finish.
No rest for the victors, with Australia practising this afternoon in Melbourne. Mark Taylor keen to keep that winning feeling, but adamant there'll be no repeat performance from Hayden and McGrath.
To them, it wasn't a major thing. It was something that a bit of byplay between the two of them, but it can be taken the wrong way when it's covered by national TV.
Andrew McKinlay for Nightline. On finals eve, cricket's establishment has copped a broadside from the press over the Australia A concept. Criticism the A-team's coach dismisses.
I mean, I'm sure the critics will come along to hopefully see it all fall apart, but we've got two very good teams of cricketers out there. I think the cricket's going to be good, and that's all that I'm really concerned about.
Winning is the major concern for players like David Boon and Ricky Ponting, the two no-nonsense Tasmanians happy to turn the World Series into a civil war.
I'm not offended by it at all. It's, as far as we're concerned, I suppose we'll be treating the games as if they were another international team.
From the word go, I've been pretty keen to playing it, and I mean, most of the guys that have been involved in it all think it's a wonderful thing.
Merv Hughes managed to trot today, but a hamstring injury has ruled him out of the A-team for tomorrow. Pace bowlers Greg Rowell and Joe Angel earn a recall, but Paul Rifle's colours now clash with those of his new teammates. Rifle replaces the injured Tim May in the senior side, but still doesn't know whether he'll get a game.
Not at this stage. Same as yesterday. We'll wait till tomorrow morning to see how the wicket comes up.
David Boon always leads the Australians in their victory song, and he's keen to crow again, even at the expense of his fellow countrymen.
Don't worry, we'll still sing it if we win.
Andrew McKinlay, National 9 News. Things went Damien Martin's way right from the toss.
A bat, please.
Matt Hayden had his tail up, hitting the first ball he faced to the fence, but boundaries went to his head. The next call to favour Martin gave him the benefit of the doubt. From there, it was all go for the A-team captain.
That's well played too. He's hit that with a lot of bat.
Greg Blewett played the sheet anchor role but refused to be tied down.
Straight down the ground. That is a magnificent shot.
Next ball, Shane Warne let the opener off the hook. From there, Blewett and Martin picked up the pace, scoring the first 100 runs from just 93 balls. Despite several nominations, Martin seemed destined for higher office. His flying 58 of 40 deliveries triggered crisis talks before Warne had the last laugh.
Oh, LBW.
2 for 111. Michael Bevan threatened to get into gear but misfired, and the A-team's innings stalled when Blewett went.
Yeah, this is going to be Art Taylor's underneath it. He doesn't drop catches, no trouble at all.
Australia's bowlers asserted their seniority. The A-team losing 4 for 57. Part-timer David Boon nominated for a higher office than Martin, but not with Phil Emery's blessing.
Down he goes.
Greg Rowell's chip shot ended short of the green when he holed out to a diving Michael Slater in the deep. The A-team all out for 226 in the final over. Andrew McKinlay, National 9 News. Regardless of result, Australia was never going to lose this series. Mark Taylor graciously accepting the spoils of civil war. Shane Warne paid homage to his home crowd. Man of the finals, Steve Waugh, securing the cup for the senior side.
We've lost from that position many times before, so it was good to win.
Chasing 227, Taylor and Slater put on a century-opening stand before Langer snared the skipper, and Bevan's direct hit caught Slater short of his ground. The opener's self-abuse said it all. Blewett trapped Mark Waugh in front, and a couple of hoodlums tried to hide behind David Boon. But when the A-team ejected the Tasmanian, Australia slid to 4 for 172. Waugh kept cool, content to hit singles, but as the run rate ballooned, he turned up the heat.
That's it up in the air. There's a man out there. Could go for 6. He's backing back. That's 6.
Yeah, I charged him, pitched in the right spot, closed my eyes and hit in the middle, it went over.
Waugh and Stuart Law made life hell for Joe Angel, smashing 12 off the over. Waugh's boundary giving Australia the series with 6 balls to spare. The 6-wicket win maintained the senior side's undefeated record against the A-team, but both captains can see pluses in the controversial concept.
One great positive that come out of this series is the fact that these young guys have got experience now.
And it's worked well, and it's up to the board now to sort of weigh it up and see what happens for next season.
Andrew McKinlay, National 9 News.
With the summer of tennis right around the corner, Wide World of Sports has every angle covered.
From match highlights, press conferences and every breaking news story, Wide World of Sports is your home of tennis.
So click that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing this summer.